Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. Rob here for Southwest Florida Television. I'm down in Area 1 at the very south end of Area 1 at Del Nor-Wiggins Pass State Park. Nice little breeze blowing this morning. 78 degrees. Still have some waves out here, but they're definitely getting smaller. Beautiful sky. I think we're going to see some really nice colors as the sun rises here this morning. Already seeing some color out there to the east. There's that look at our mile-long stretch of beach here at Del Nor-Wiggins. Just waking up. Last night we had a wonderful sunset. All of our sunsets are wonderful, no matter what they look like. Last night we had a nice little sunset beach walk. And I'll be doing more of those as time goes on. Those are just one of the benefits that you'll get if you become a supporter of Southwest Florida Television. You'll get to view those sunset beach walks. Plus you'll get to see everything else that I post on Southwest Florida Television. All of the beach walks, all of my photos, all of my videos. Thank everyone that has signed up as a supporter already. Thank you very much. Looking forward to seeing more of you signing up. Beautiful, beautiful clouds out here. Hopefully they're gonna change colors here on us. Change colors for us here as that sun comes up. They are pretty low though. There goes an osprey. That's an osprey flying by, just flying down the beach. That was pretty neat. Here comes some pelicans. A little group of pelicans going by. Brown pelicans. It's neat how they just fly up and down. They get so close to the water. Just amazing. Heading down to the south. The La Playa Beach Hotel there on the left, that yellowish colored building. The condos of Pelican Bay there on the right. You can see all the way down into Gulf Shore. Or Park Shore, I'm sorry, Park Shore. Let's take our stroll up the beach. Starting to see some colors out there. Kind of hoping for the waves to die down here. When we have these waves, I can't see what's out in the water here, what's just offshore, what kind of fish are swimming around. Several weeks ago, boy, we were seeing all kinds of marine life, all kinds of fish out here, from the little bait fish on up to big snook and even little sharks swimming by. Oh yeah, I just realized that when I typed up the description here for the post, I put Friday in there. I was looking at my schedule of things I had to do. That's what happens when you get old. But it's Thursday. That's what I said when I started the video. But I will change the description later. There we go. Now we're starting to see some color out there. Clouds are starting to get some pinks in them. Nice. We didn't make it down to this end of the beach yesterday. Here's an old crawl track from yesterday. This was a unsuccessful crawl, a false crawl. But the good news is that if it was a successful crawl, she made it up into the dunes. That's where we want those sea turtles. We want them up high, even into the sea oats. That's fine. They're allowed to go into the sea oats. We aren't. Those are protected by law. All these beautiful sea oats. All the grasses along the dune line. Starting to smell this old red algae, this seaweed that's washing up on the beach. It's starting to decompose, and it's not the most pleasant smell, but again, it's not going to harm anything. It's just a nuisance, more of an eyesore. Nothing to be worried about. No red tide. Isn't it gorgeous? Some neat looking clouds out there. Oh, here's a sea turtle on the beach. What? It's a sand sculpture of a sea turtle on the beach. This is the time of year we start to see more and more of these on the beach. People making these sea turtle sand sculptures. This is quite a large one. That one's well, that's over 6 feet in length there. That is a big one. Too bad somebody stepped on one of its flippers. That's pretty cool. That is pretty neat. The sea turtle sand sculpture. Some of them get pretty detailed. But it's the thought that counts. Some neat colors going now. Nice colors. Gorgeous. Sorry for those interruptions, but you know what I'm doing. I'm taking photos. I love capturing these images so we can share them later. I saw 2 crawls as I was making my way down here to the end of the beach this morning before the live feed. I saw 2 up in area 2. I don't know if there's any. Didn't see any in area 3. I didn't check area 4 or 5. Area 2 seems to be becoming a hot spot for crawls. Area 4 as well. We're up to 26 nests here, 26 loggerhead sea turtle nests at Delnor Wiggins. Let's snap off another photo, bear with me. I think we can probably expect the first emergings here, the first hatches, to happen right around the end of the month, close to the end of this month. So our first emergings here at Delnor Wiggins. It sure would be fun to witness that in person, but the odds of being there, unless you set up camp and just stay there 24 hours a day. Normally they hatch in the cover of darkness, but not always. There have been hatchings here before sunset and just after sunrise. I've been out here at the beach doing a sunset video, and there were a couple times there was hatchings here, of course at the opposite end of the park. But people that get to witness that are so lucky. I'm so jealous of them. And the people that get to see the turtles crawl up on the beach. Oh, they're so lucky. I hope I get to see that someday. We're crossing into area 2 now. Right at the very north end of area 1. I want to show you something here at the park. Give you a look around at those clouds again though. Wow, coming right up over top of me. Absolutely beautiful here. Absolutely gorgeous. For those of you that have never been here to Del Norwegians, of course the beach is the main attraction. But there is a little pathway, a little nature trail and boardwalks just behind the beach, just off the beach. And along there, you're gonna find lots and lots of picnic tables scattered all throughout the park. Picnic tables and barbecue grills. This is one of the larger, probably one of the largest picnic areas here, the most amount of tables here. There's one more area like this that has a lot like this. This is at the north end of Area 1. Something else they have here at the park. People come out here with their kids and they don't think about getting them floaties or life jackets, so they do have loaners here, free loaners for kids. That's a nice little program. All they ask is that you take care of them. You put them back on the rack after you're done with them. Most people just leave them laying out on the beach, sadly. During our holiday weekends, you'll see these free life jackets scattered all over the beach. Kind of sad people are like that, but at least they put a life jacket on their kid, so they're not 100% stupid. Just slobs. Looking nice up there. Boy, I bet Roy saw some nice colors at sunrise this morning. I bet he's gonna tell us the sunrise was beautiful. Let's face it, the sunrise is always beautiful. It's just different every morning. Hit that share button. Invite your friends to tag along here. Where are our dolphin friends? And there comes a little snowy egret. Isn't that gorgeous? Just can't resist stopping and taking photos. Sorry. Hey, this coming Saturday and Sunday morning beach walks. This coming Saturday and Sunday are going to be subscriber only, supporter only beach walks. So get signed up. Get signed up now. Well, here is our first crawl. This is kind of an interesting crawl here. If you look at this one, loggerhead sea turtle crawl. These are the tracks. Where's the return tracks? She almost went up and down the beach in the same spot. Almost in the exact same spot. There are two sets of tracks here, the ones coming out of the water and the ones coming back to the water, but they're almost on top of each other. She had pretty good aim there. She was focused on what she was doing. Here you see they get a little wider, they spread apart here. Is there a nest here? I think so. I think this is a good one. Why do I say that? Well, there is some soft spray there. The sand is nice and soft. But there's also raccoon tracks on top of it, and the raccoon has started to do a little digging down there. If you look over there, you can see a little hole. So there's a pretty darn good chance that we have another nest here. 26 nests right now. I just saw a bunch of little fish jumping out in the water out here. That's a good sign. So when the rangers come out onto the beach this morning, they'll check that out. But just by seeing those raccoon footprints makes me kind of think that there's eggs there. Here's one of those little squiggly lines in the tracks going back to the beach. Another possible indication that she did drop her eggs there. So maybe this could be nest number 27 right here. It's fairly high up on the beach, but not as high as I'd like to see it. I'd like to see them way up in by the picnic area up there. You can see another nest off to the distance there. This area 2, is becoming a hotbed for them. Yesterday we had 5 crawls. 5 crawls. Out of the 5 yesterday, only 2 were successful. But that's 2 more nests. So just the higher the numbers, the better. Snapped a photo off there. You can see the sun just peeking through the trees at us there. See it? Glinting back there, the center of the screen. Just coming up. There was another crawl not too far up the beach here. Now this is one where she got higher up onto the beach, and I can't tell. I couldn't make an educated guess if it was a good crawl or not. Where were those tracks? They weren't too far away. Here they are, just up to my right. More you to see the colors out here. I don't know if you can hear that osprey in the background. One osprey just landed in that tree down there. I just saw it land. And I hear one behind me. I hear one, and I see it sitting up in those pine trees down there. Well, here's another crawl. Crawl number 2 at Del Norwegians for last night. Now this little lady, she got herself up. Oh boy, hang on a second. Another pair of sunglasses. I'm getting a sunglass collection. These are just some cheapos, but hey, I just throw them in my car for friends and whatnot when we're riding along if they need a pair of glasses. Never a shortage of sunglasses out here. Kids' toys and sunglasses. I wish I'd find some treasure chests. But you can see this girl came all the way up here. This is where we want to see him going. We want to see him heading for the dunes. Like head for the hills. Huh. This is a tough one. I couldn't guess on this one. I could not make an educated guess. The only thing, when they get up in these sea oats, it gets harder for them to dig because of the roots. So sometimes they just give up and go back into the water. I do see some little raccoon tracks up here too. But I don't see all that soft sand sprayed around. So the rangers, they'll make an educated guess on that one. But there's number 2, crawl number 2. And what's neat is this one, you'll see, it's very close to another existing nest. See the other nest back there? So they're coming up in almost the same spots. I wonder if it's the same turtles returning. Because they come back, they can lay eggs up to 4 times during the nesting season. So who knows if it's that same turtle coming back to lay more eggs. After this nesting season, these sea turtles, they won't come back for another 3 years, 2-3 years. It'll be a different batch. But what's neat is the turtles coming to this beach, laying these eggs. This is where they were born. They were born on this beach. They come back to the beach where they were born. That's kind of an interesting fact. Well, I am torn. Do I stick around here and wait for the rangers to come check on that nest behind us? The first one we saw, the first crawl? Or do I continue up the beach? It's always a crapshoot. Are we gonna miss something up there, or are we gonna miss something behind me? I think I'm gonna just go up here a little ways, keep an eye out for the rangers. When I see them hit the beach, I'll go back to that other nest, that other crawl. Show you this osprey up here. It's a big one. This is a big osprey. right out on the end of the branch. Hopefully it'll stay there. Be there when I get up there. Sitting right up there, up top of that branch. It is a large osprey. It's in a good position to get a look at it too. Facing the water. You see it up there, right in the top center. I'm not going to get any closer. I don't want to scare it away. That is an excellent look at one of our ospreys. Excellent look. Beautiful lighting. You can hear it calling out. That's an excellent look at one of our ospreys. Just patiently sitting up there in the tree waiting for something to swim by to go dive and grab it. They're amazing the way they grab a fish with those talons. Pull it right up out of the water. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That is one of the best views of an osprey we've gotten in weeks. Beautiful looking down to the south there. I'm walking right under the osprey now. Right underneath it. If you look close, you can see it up there. Right up there. Beautiful sky. Beautiful blue sky in the background. if we'll see any more ospreys. I'm just going to go up here a little bit further. I don't want to get too far away from that nest. It'd be fun to see some sea turtle eggs this morning. See a successful crawl. I don't know if there's any nests up in area 4 and 5. I didn't see any here in 3 this morning. This is where I came in this morning and made my way down to the south end of the park to start my beach walk. Came in in area 3 at the skybox there. I'm looking up the beach. I don't see any crawl tracks up there. Sometimes they're hard to see though from a distance. Sometimes they stick out like a sore thumb. I don't see any up there, but don't hold me to it. No rangers behind me yet. Oh, I can hear that osprey from way up here. It's amazing how loud they are. I hear another osprey back in the woods. Well, I don't see any turtle tracks up there. There could be some up by where Roy is, or even further north. We'll get up there. We'll get up there to check it out and go see Roy. Beautiful little clouds lined up out there in the Gulf. Just offshore here. Relatively clear skies around the beach here, around North Naples. No clouds to speak of here. All blue sky. Like in a big blue hole. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I say that, and there's 2 little clouds here blowing over me. Who's up for a sunset beach walk tonight? Maybe I'll do another sunset beach walk. This is the time of year my schedule gets very flexible. Business almost comes to a halt here. This was our most recent nest as of yesterday over here. Nest number 26. Down at the bottom, right next to the skybox, what we call the skybox. Just a little term we gave the end of the boardwalk here, just because it's a little elevated. You can see it's elevated there, and there's a nice little bench built into it at the end. So we've nicknamed that the skybox in Area 3. So there's nest number 26. That was caged and labeled yesterday morning. Now all of our clouds are starting to turn white out here. Had some nice little pinks and yellows and oranges earlier this morning. Boy, that water's got a nice deep blue color to it this morning now with that blue sky above it. Earlier I was showing you some of the picnic tables in Area 1. There's some of the picnic tables up in Area 2. But I'm just going to show you something. I was showing you all the free life jackets that they have available for kids here. They just have racks of them hanging, which is a wonderful idea. Put these life jackets on your little kids. But if you look around these picnic areas, you're usually going to find them just tossed around on the ground and in different places. People just have no respect. I don't know why. I don't know, my parents raised me a lot differently. I mean, here, somebody was kind enough, a local business is kind enough to donate these so your kid doesn't drown. And you got the smarts enough to put the life jacket on the kid, but you just don't have the respect to put them back where they belong. I don't know. Look at this. This used to be full of life jackets, but sadly people steal them. This used to be full. Both sides of this was full of life jackets at one point. Now there's 3 of them hanging there. Sad, sad. Well, our ranger has come out onto the beach. He's down at the south end of the park. One of our rangers. And we didn't see any crawls down there. So Looks like there might be two rangers riding together this morning. I can't tell from here. They're so far down the beach. I was just really curious about this one nest over here in area 2. I just want to see if when the raccoons are sniffing around, if that is a telltale sign that there's eggs in that nest. I mean, they love to eat those eggs, unfortunately. So the sooner they get these nests caged and marked, the better. Here's that osprey again. Great look at it. Great look at an osprey this morning. Absolutely beautiful. You can see its white belly and head. The sun lighting it up there. Beautiful. Beautiful look at an osprey. Right up there. Sweet. Sweet, sweet. Thank you, Mr. Osprey, for that Kodak moment. Oh, and the ranger's on his way back up the beach. Boy, he got down to the end fast. There's one of the crawls we saw earlier to the left. There's one just beyond it. There's some of the tracks right there. And there's the first one that we saw up here. Right here. Do we have one? This is one I think. Oh, I see we're bringing more than one cage now.
Yes, I know. I saw the two here this morning when I came out earlier.
Was there any more?
Did you? You know, I just saw these two when I came out first thing.
This one, I think.
Yeah, that one's nice one up into the bushes there.
That one I couldn't tell.
Yeah,
You
that's
think
a
so?
tough one.
This one I saw raccoons all over it.
Saw
So
the footprints already.
that's
this
usually
morning. Yeah, they must have smelled something.
Yep.
So, let's see.
I think
here.
you're gonna do good here.
Right here. So yeah, look at these footprints already.
Yeah, they start digging.
Yeah, you can see where they started. So yeah, I'm guessing right in this general area.
I'm telling you, you need to put a leash on one of those things.
Oh God, yeah.
Is it soft?
This is a little stiff right here.
Huh.
So we got some room up in here, so definitely the turn
Yep.
cleaned off up there, so just need to go a little bit forward. There we go.
Got him?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that was fast.
There we go, right there.
Ooh, that's a
You see
nice
it?
look. Yeah, let me get down
Get
there.
in there?
Yeah, get a quick picture.
Sure, please do. Slowly, and then all of a sudden you'll hit that little spot.
Show our viewers here. There we go. So this is nest number 27. And there's one of the eggs right there. That is awesome.
Beautiful.
Steve, could you put your hand there by it?
Sure.
So we,
size?
yeah, so people can get an idea. See, they're about the size of a ping pong ball, or
Yeah, that's a good indication. Yep.
and they're really soft too.
Yeah, the shell is.
Yep, really soft. Well, that's cool. Let me snap a couple photos. Keep your hand there. That's good.
There's another one.
That gives people. That is really cool. Awesome. I've actually, after some of our storms, I've found them, washed up on the beach.
Oh, have you? The actual
Yeah.
eggs?
Yeah.
I mean, we got a couple down here that are a little close, but I don't think they'll be too bad. I think it's just sort
But
of packing them in right now.
I forget what the ranger's name was. We had a cute little girl used to be a ranger here.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay, I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, she was before your time.
Yeah, yeah.
But I picked a couple up and put them in my pocket and gave them to her, and
Oh, nice.
she used them for her educational.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, for one
program.
of the classes, the
And then they
interpretive classes.
and then they broke them open and just let them
Saw
put them
what was
back
inside and
Yep.
everything. Awesome, awesome.
But yeah.
Yeah, we definitely look forward. Hopefully this will be a good
Yeah,
year, and we'll get a lot of them that hatch. And
I think
stuff.
we're getting close. The end of the month, I think we're probably going to see our first.
Yeah, I think
emerging
it's
there.
the first date. I have to check the books, but I think it's usually about 60 days out after they lay. So we had them right at the beginning of May, so we should right around mid to late July.
I'd love to spend a night out here.
Oh gosh, if it wasn't for all the bugs.
I know,
night,
that's the only bad part. And that one, that
worst.
nest, we have that new nest right by the boardwalk in 3.
Okay.
It's like right next to it. I mean, you got a nice seat to sit there and wait.
See, that might be a good one to keep an eye
Yep.
on, because you
Yep.
do have a place to sort
Yep.
of kick
You
back
got
a
the
little bit.
restrooms, you got everything you need. Well, that is awesome. Number
Get this one plotted and
27.
move on to the
That is
next
so
one.
cool. Wow. And there might be more, folks. There might be another one. But you were there to see it. Got a good look at the eggs there. Glad I got to share that with you. I did get a photo of it. So now he's taking his cell phone. He's actually getting the GPS coordinates so he can put those coordinates in the chart there, so it actually gets mapped out exactly where that nest is on our big, beautiful planet. The next thing he's going to do is he's going to put one of these big metal cages on it, these big screens. Hopefully that will keep any predators out. These are actually, they've been modified. This is a new version of them. They're a little bigger than the ones we're using in the past. They actually have like a little lip around them, which gets buried. That's a new addition to the cages, that little lip, if you can see it there on the bottom. It takes a little while to do this. It's not a 1, 2, 3 and you're done process. So there it is. Right where the circle is. That's where the eggs are. What a great morning. Boy, we're off to a wonderful start this morning. Just an excellent start. So he's writing down those map coordinates right now, getting them on the charts, on the books, the date, the time. I don't know if they used to measure how far the nest was from the high tide, the mean high tide line. They'd measure that distance. I don't know if they do that anymore, just to determine how long the crawl was. There could be over 100 eggs in that nest. Over 100. Pretty amazing. Oh yeah, he is going to do the measurements now. What he's going to measure off here is they have survey stakes along the beach here. They'll measure how far it is from one of the survey stakes, the closest survey stake, and that is up the beach just a little ways. You can see that stake up there on the right. So this is for a reference here for the park. And there is another crawl just up the beach here from us. There is another crawl. Up where you see that other nest, there is another crawl just this side of it. But he's going to go ahead and get that marked. That'll be nest number 27. Will we have a nest 28? Maybe. Maybe. Long walk.
Yes, it is. Right in between both.
Yep. This is the other crawl here. And this is a really, really good crawl. Now Ranger Steve here, he seems to think this is a good crawl. He said this looks like a good one. I do see those little squiggly lines in the center of the return crawl tracks. Got to look really close to see them here. So maybe we got nest number 28 right up here next to it, and it's right next to another nest. It was right next to nest 25. This was one of yesterday's. Nest 25. I'm going to let him get on the caging process. We got to see some eggs this morning. I want to get up and see our friend Roy. So let's move up the beach. Head up and see Roy. And Roy can fill us in if there are any more crawls up at the north end. But I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to end this live feed and start a second one. I like breaking it up into two parts. So part one will have our sea turtle eggs in it. That's cool. Give you one more look around the beautiful beach in case you have to go to work or something. Stay tuned. I'll be right back with part two. And if I don't see you until tomorrow, have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. Whoops. For Southwest Florida Television, I'm Rob Stan. God bless.